Good morning children and welcome to today's class. We will be starting with a new chapter, that is the mask. Before that children, let me tell you that I will be uploading the PDF file of the last chapter, that is a new name. The exercises which we did not do in the video in the last class, you will be having it in your PDF. Kindly see the PDF and complete your exercises in the book. I want everyone to complete your copy work as well as your book work. Any moment I can ask anyone to submit me the copy or the book work and show me through your WhatsApp or your pictures. Okay? So, so please do your work and write your things in the copy in a neat handwriting. Maintain your copy and your book work. Okay? So today we will start off with the next chapter, that is the mask. It is written by Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray is a very well-known person in India. He is a Bengali writer as well as a film director. He has directed many movies which is considered to be as a milestone in the Indian cinema. He was also nominated for the Oscar Award, which is itself a very great achievement in anyone's life. Okay? So he is a very good storyteller. He tells the story in a very nice manner, in a very particular fashion, in a very beautiful way that the person who is listening to the story is bound to it. You cannot just leave the things and go off in between, because the story is so connected and it is so related with our daily life. Okay, so shall we start with this chapter? Satyajit Ray was a master storyteller who excelled at both writing stories and directing films. He created two of the most famous characters in Bengali fiction, Feluda, the sleuth, and the Professor Sonkur, the scientist. His stories are simple and entertaining. Okay, so sleuth is a detective. Sleuth is a detective. Okay, so these are the two famous characters in the Bengali fiction, Feluda and Professor Sonkur. Okay, so these were the two famous characters which was invented by Satyajit Ray, and this is one of the story which is very interesting and very humorous also. Feluda or Pradosh Chandra Mittal is an amateur sleuth who is a character in the series of Bengali detective fiction novels and short stories which were written by Satyajit Ray. He makes his first appearance in this story. Topsy is Feluda's cousin and the narrator of the story. So there is a narrator. The narrator is none other than Feluda's cousin. He accompanies Feluda on all his adventures. So wherever Feluda go for any kind of detective case or any kind of work, Topsy always accompanies him. Feluda and Topsy are on a holiday in Darjeeling when this incident occurs. So this story occurs when they were during a holiday in Darjeeling. I had accidentally overheard a disturbing conversation between Rajan Babu and a friend of his when I was sitting in the mall and had reported to Feluda that there seemed to be something to investigate. So I here is the narrator. Who is the narrator? The narrator is none other than Feluda's cousin Topsy. Okay, so Topsy is saying that he overheard a conversation between Rajan Babu and one of his friends in the mall. And as soon as he heard the conversation, he thought there is something wrong, there is something fishy. Immediately he told Feluda that there is something that we could investigate. Rajan Babu, an amiable old man, was living peacefully retired life in Darjeeling. Recently, he had taken in a paying guest, Tinkori Babu, on the recommendation of a dear friend. Tinkori Babu had a special weakness for Chiru, and before moving into Rajan Babu's house, he had made sure that Rajan Babu had no objection to it. Okay, so Rajan Babu, he was a very friendly and very peaceful man, and after his retirement, he was living his life in Darjeeling. Okay, And recently he had a paying guest. Paying guest means somebody who comes and stays in their house in a rental purpose. So he had a paying guest. The name of the paying guest was Tinkori Babu. Okay. Tinkori Babu had one habit of using cheroot. Cheroot is nothing but a cigar. So before coming into his house or before moving into his house, he asked Rajan Babu whether he has any problem with that, and he did not object it. So Tinkori Babu was staying there in their house as a paying guest. So he was recommended, Tinkori Babu was recommended by one of the very close friend of Rajan Babu. Okay. A few days ago, Rajan Babu had received a threatening letter by post. So few days earlier, he received a threatening letter. Threatening letter means a letter where somebody says that I am going to do this to you, making them afraid. Okay, a threatening letter. It had words not written but cut out from the newspapers and books. So what did it? What the letter contained the thing, but it was not in a writing format. Nobody wrote that thing. Instead of that, what they did, they cut the alphabets from the newspapers and the book and they pasted it on the paper. As you all must have seen in some movies and all. People want to hide their identity. So for that, what they do? They instead of writing, when they write, their handwriting will be caught or something. So instead of writing, they cut the alphabets from the papers and the book and they stick on the paper and send it as a letter. So what was the letter containing? Be prepared to pay for your sins. Is that all it said? So the letter contained, be prepared to pay for all your sins. So sins means you all know na, some bad deed, जिसको हिंदी में हम लोग पाप कहते हैं. Okay, so he's saying that be ready to pay for all your sins. When we visited Rajan Babu to inquire about it, Feluda asked, have you a reason to suspect anyone? So they all went to Rajan Babu to solve this case, and Feluda first he asked, do you have anyone on whom you can suspect? Absolutely not. I don't remember harming anyone anytime. So Rajan Babu is saying that no, I don't doubt anyone because I have never done anything wrong or I have never harmed anyone anytime. Does anyone visit you regularly? Does anyone come to your house regularly? Well, I don't get too many visitors. Dr. Phony Mitra comes occasionally only when I am ill. So he was a retired man. He was living a peaceful life. Nobody used to come to him to visit. The only person that visited him was his doctor, and that too when he is not feeling well. The name of the doctor is Dr. Phony Mitra. After some investigation, Feluda said to me, Dr. Phony Mitra could be the one who sent the letter. He seems to be in need of money as he does not have good practice. So, some investigation was done, and after some investigation, Feluda came to me. Means who is me? Me is the cousin. Okay, Topsy. So, Feluda said to me, Dr. Phony Mitra could be the one who sent the letter because he was not a very famous doctor and he did not had a good income also. So maybe he is in a need of money, so he has done like this. A letter like this would make Rajan Babu afraid and make him ill. And if that happened, he would naturally go to his doctor. So the investigator started like this. He said that maybe the doctor is the culprit because he is not having a good practice. So he wanted the patients to come to him. So he had sent such a letter to Rajan Babu. When he sees the letter, he will get afraid and he will fall sick, and naturally he will go to his doctor. The second person who visited Rajan Babu often was Mr. Ghoshal, an expert in antiques. Of late, Rajan Babu had developed an interest in antiques and curious and collected many masks, daggers and old paintings. So the other person who visited Rajan Babu was Mr. Ghoshal. So Mr. Ghoshal was none other than a dealer or an expert who is dealing with antiques. Antiques are some old things which have a great value. Okay, like we say, no, the old things, they lose their value, but some very old things, like right now if I have something from the Queen Elizabeth or from something from Lord King Ashoka, if I get a coin or if I get something from that period, so that will be an antique because they are the treasures from that period. So anything which is old, anything which has a which has to tell something, so that is called as antique. So lately, during his retired life, Rajan Babu developed a habit of collecting the antiques, and the antiques were in the form of masks, daggers and old paintings. Okay, Tinkori Babu thought Ghoshal was a crook. I don't trust him at all. So Tinkori Babu, the paying guest in Rajan Babu's house, he said that I think that Mr. Ghoshal is a crook. He is a wicked person and he does not trust him. He pretends to be interested in arts and antiques, but I think what he really wants is to buy them cheap here and sell them to foreign at much higher rate. So Tinkori Babu is saying that Mr. Ghoshal may be the culprit because he is a very cheap man. He purchases a thing at a very less rate and sells it to the foreigner at a very high price. So Tinkori Babu had told Feluda when we met him in the coffee shop the next day. So this information was given to Feluda by Tinkori Babu next day when they met at a coffee shop. Then he might have a motive in sending the letter to Rajan Babu, said Feluda. So he said that, yes, if this is the thing, if this is the nature of Mr. Ghoshal, then he also has a reason of sending the letter. I learned during my visit to the curio shop today that the shop is going to get some fresh supplies this evening. So he also inquired the antique shop and he received an information that today evening they are going to get some fresh supplies. Okay, I see, exclaimed Tinkori Babu. A letter like that would naturally frighten Rajan Babu into staying at home for a few days and Ghoshal would get to buy all the new pieces. So he is saying that Rajan Babu, after receiving this letter, will be frightened and he will not stay at his home for a few days. And this would be a chance to Mr. Ghoshal to purchase all the things in a less price. Exactly. Our next suspect was Rajan Babu's son, Prabir Majumdar, who was away. Rajan Babu, it seems, had asked Prabir to leave the house when he caught stealing money from his father's cupboard. Father and son had not been in contact since. So the third person to be suspected was Rajan Babu's son. They don't live together. They do not used to stay together because once his son was found stealing money from his father's pocket, so he asked him to leave the house. So we have three suspects right now. One is Dr. Phony Mitra. Second is the antique dealer Mr. Ghoshal. And third, Rajan Babu's own son Prabir Majumdar. Feluda's investigation had revealed that Prabir had recently arrived in Darjeeling. This news shocked Tinkori Babu. So, Feluda, during his investigation, he said that I found out that Prabir was visited Darjeeling recently and Tinkori Babu was shocked with this news. Okay children, so today I will end this chapter here itself. In tomorrow's class, we will be completing this chapter and later on, I will be doing the exercises and the question answers of this chapter. Till then children, take care of yourself and have a great day.